Is the KHAROD good in Stalker 2, and why do I keep throwing it in S tier, even though it doesn't one-tap exos? So, let's go over the KHAROD. You can get one pretty early. I'm not going to really show the location of where to get it, because this is just more of like a weapon review. I would just say Google it, but we're going to be going over breakpoints, how the weapon performs, what the weapon can do, all these sorts of things. Maybe I'll make guides for how to get weapons early in the future, but for now, we're just going to focus on stats. All right, so let's look at the stock upgrades. So we have aiming accuracy, moving while aiming, recoil decrease, and aiming speed. Of these, the only ones I would really consider getting are maybe the recoil, the moving while aiming, and maybe the aiming speed. It honestly doesn't need any of these. You can literally just not use any of these and you'll be fine. Just save you a lot of money. Honestly, you don't need them. For the caliber change, it does get you some wear and tear, some more durability. I do recommend doing this. The ammo, the 5.45 ammo is also cheaper, and it weighs a little bit less than 5.56, and it's about as common in all stages of the game. So it just makes your gun last longer. I recommend doing that. It's not that expensive. For the handle, aiming speed 5%, that's a pretty good upgrade. It's pretty cheap. Recoil recovery and readiness, I don't really think it needs these. I kind of don't recommend upgrading this too much. There's just certain upgrades I would get, and you can basically skip the handle and stock upgrades to get the caliber conversion. And then for these guys here, we have the weight reduction, which is nice, but spread decrease, I don't really think is worth it, because like it's 10K, it's going to up your repair costs. For spread decrease 20%, I don't think it really matters. For the recoil decrease, same thing. Like, I can get it right now. I don't really think it matters. It has such low recoil. I don't find that to be an issue. So you can skip all those. For these other things, laser designator. This is always something good. 5% aiming speed. It costs 17K though. Honestly, I just haven't been using it. So you don't have to. You can if you want to. The tactical foregrip. So I believe you can still install this even if you're using the underbarrel. And I think you still get the stats. That might be a bug, but it doesn't use the tactical foregrip. But most of these, honestly, I would skip. And then for the barrel, we have flatness, which is nice for a little bit more range. You have bullet range or bullet velocity, and you cannot get both. I believe the bullet range was a little bit better because it leads to armor piercing. And the reduced damage drop-off and combined with the bullet velocity doesn't really do too much. And then, of course, you have the muzzle brake. So of the upgrades, honestly, I would just go for flatness, bullet range, armor piercing, and then the caliber change, and that's it. That's all it needs. And then you can attach your underbarrel stuff. All right, so for weapon attachments, it accepts a bunch of different scopes. It accepts ACOG, hollow sight, the grenade launcher for the underbarrel. It can be suppressed. It can also have the hole maker. So let's grab the grenade launcher and then head on out and test this thing. The KHAROD also has a high capacity magazine as well. Let's do KHAROD base ammo. See how many headshots to kill, and then we'll do single taps, and then we'll switch to full auto, because you would want to be shooting in bursts anyways. Single taps is just for control, so I can count how many times I'm hitting. 1, 2, 3. Really? Really? Or is that a sneak attack? We have to make sure there wasn't like a sneak attack, because I think that's a mechanic. 1. That's 1, 2, 3. 3 shots? You might as well just use base ammo. Let's do breakpoint testing. We have the penetration increase. We are on 5.45 ammo with AP rounds loaded in. We're going to be fighting full health enemies in exosuits, so we're going to be going for accurate headshots. And I believe it's just 3 headshots to kill. So there should be some enemies in here to... 1, 2, 3. So 3 headshots to kill. So if we go full auto, we can kind of shoot in 3-round bursts. And it's pretty good, actually, doing that. So even though you can't one-tap, like, directly, if you get recoil decreases, you can do, like, a controlled burst fire and take enemies out that way. So that's basically how you would want to use it in endgame. Now, I wouldn't use it at far ranges unless you really go crazy on the recoil decreases, because you're going to get some increase, some recoil. Now, you can compensate. So you can shoot manual 3-round bursts and like drag your mouse down just slightly to get tighter groups. because the accuracy seems pretty good. Like, you don't really, it's just like a straight vertical climb. There's no like angle to it. But that is the weapon. Where am I getting, oh, he's out there. I was like, where am I getting hit by? So that is the weapon, you know, shooting in bursts using AP rounds. Now, the other nice thing about it is you can get the hole maker. Now, one of the things to know about the hole maker, standing, crouching. Much tighter crouching. This is about its effective range crouching. Also, jump crouch, still get that tight group. So one of the things that's cool is you can jump around corners and get jumping headshots, and you still have that tight group. Oh, he's in that window. So I didn't really, yeah, I'm hitting the, I was hitting that. You can see I completely shot the post there, but the nice thing about this is if you get close range, you can one-tap an exo, so I'll show that now. All right, let's do our exosuit test with the shotgun, the hole maker. So you have to be pretty close. You have to get a clean headshot, and you have to be like center of the head. You can't be off a little bit, or else it won't kill. That's too far away. So 2 headshots to kill there. So I have to close distance here to get a single tap. There it is. Single point blank headshot kills. That's one of the nice things about this. So if you want to be a little aggressive, it does stagger them. So if you don't get it, the follow-up will get them. So pretty good. Now, obviously, I'm almost out of ammo, but you can see how it's good here. Like, it staggers them. If I had more clips loaded, you can easily take out 2 to 3 if you don't get the clean headshot. So one of the cool things about this weapon is you can just have the attachments in your inventory. So I can have the grenade launcher and the hole maker. So I always have basically a mini RPG in my inventory as well as a mini Saiga. And to switch to it, you just hold in the change fire mode. Now, note that it does deal high damage on impact and does not explode at point blank, but after a certain distance, like a few feet, it will explode. So if you're shooting something that's right in your face, it can kill it, but it usually won't. It'll just deal high damage. So we want to make sure that we actually get some range. All right, so it staggers them, does some AoE damage. So 2 grenades killed exos, which is nice, actually. So the reason why that's nice is if there's a group of 5 exosuits doing things that you don't like, you can take them out with 2 grenades. So 2 grenades kill exos. For most enemies, it'll kill them in a single grenade. Like, it has a pretty big explosion radius too, so I'll actually kind of show that. Actually, let's just like hit all of these. See what we can do here with this. So look at how many exos I just killed. And then the survivors, you just mow down. So we killed, it looks like a whole squad of exos with 2 grenades. That's one of the huge advantages of this thing. Even if it doesn't kill, it has a pretty large explosion radius. It can rapidly take out large groups. And also similar to the hole maker, it does not consume durability. So if you stockpile these grenades for like the end game mission or for like general combat, you can put in work and take out huge groups, which is why I put, one of the reasons why I put this in S tier. So that is it for the KHAROD video. Overall, with controlled 3-round bursts of AP rounds, you will take out exos with 3 headshots pretty easily. At far ranges, I don't really recommend it. At like close to medium, I think is where it really shines. The hole maker allows you to 1-tap exos with near perfect accuracy at point blank, or just 2-tap them at like around this range. Crouching helps the hole maker's accuracy. You can jump crouch to get that nice jump shot. So yeah, that's it for this KHAROD video. Definitely like and subscribe if you found this useful. Let me know if I missed anything. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.